All right, let's talk about the philosopher and psychologist William James. Now, he had this really revolutionary idea for his time. He basically asked, what if we just stopped arguing about all the abstract stuff in religion and instead we actually focused on people's real lived experiences? Let's get into it. So, you've got a final exam coming up, right? And you need the quick and dirty on William James? Well, you are in the perfect spot. Think of this as your ultimate cram session. We're going to cut through all the noise and focus on the two main things you absolutely got to know: how James defined these things called mystical experiences and the super cool philosophical tool he used to figure out what they were worth. No fluff, I promise, just the essentials. Okay, first up, James was really fascinated by these incredibly intense personal moments people from all over the world kept reporting. But here's the thing. He wasn't trying to prove them right or wrong. He just wanted to get what was going on. He noticed they all had four things in common. He called them marks. Let's break them down. First, ineffable. This one's a big deal. It just means the experience is so deep, so personal that words can't do it justice. Trying to explain it is like a bad photocopy of the real thing. You know, like trying to describe the color red to someone who's never seen it. You just can't. You have to experience it directly. Number two is the noetic quality. That sounds fancy, but it's pretty simple. It's not about book smarts. It's this powerful feeling that you've been given a direct download of some profound truth. People who have these experiences don't just think they've learned something, they know with total certainty that they've glimpsed the true nature of reality. All right, number three, transient. This just means these powerful states don't last forever. They're temporary. They might only last a few minutes, maybe an hour at most. But get this. Even though they're short, the memory can be so powerful it can totally reshape a person's entire life. And last one, number four, passive. This is key. It's the feeling that you're not in the driver's seat. It's not something you're doing. It's something that's happening to you. It feels like your own will just takes a back seat and you're being guided or even grabbed by some higher power. You're the recipient, not the author. So we have these four marks, right? Ineffable, noetic, transient, and passive. Which leads to a pretty big question. I mean, if these experiences can't be described and they're totally personal, how on earth are we supposed to judge them? How do we know if they're valuable or true? And this is where William James is just brilliant. He completely sidestepped the whole endless debate about what really happened. Instead, he came up with this practical, single principle to test the value of any belief, mystical or not. And this was a huge deal. It took philosophy out of the ivory tower and dropped it right into the messiness of real human life. And that principle is pragmatism. Okay, if you remember one single word for your exam, let it be this one, pragmatism. At its core, it's a super simple but really profound idea. The truth of an idea is found in how useful it is. James put it in these really blunt, kinda awesome terms. He would ask, what's a belief's cash value in your actual day-to-day life? Forget the abstract theories for a second. What tangible, real-world difference does holding that belief actually make? That's the pragmatic test. And this idea of fruits is the perfect way to think about it. James said we should judge a belief by its fruits. Does it lead to something good? Does it make a person, more brave, more kind, more loving? If the answer is yes, well then that belief has proven its worth. It works. So let's wrap this up. Here's the final takeaway. For William James, philosophy wasn't just some brainy game to play. It was a practical tool for living a better life. His ultimate message wasn't just to understand these ideas, but to actually go out and test them in the laboratory of your own life. So here it is, your exam cheat sheet. The four marks. Ineffable, can't describe it. Noetic, feels like truth. Transient, it's short. And passive, you're not in control. And the one tool to test it all? Pragmatism. What are its fruits? Judge it by its real-world results. You've got this. Okay, the cram session's over. You're ready for the test. But now, let's ask the question James would really want us to think about. Forget the exam for a minute. What about the beliefs you hold? What's their cash value? What actual tangible fruits are they producing in your life right now?